Everybody, Glenn Wild along with Dean Trefeather, and welcome to Eustace Field, the home of the Exeter Blue Hawks. We're getting ready for the 1990 high school football season. The Exeter Blue Hawks home against the Bishop Girton Cardinals from Nashua. And I don't know whether it's a good start for the Bishop Girton Cardinals, Dean, because their bus driver got lost. That's why they're late getting here.
Well, I know the coach is a little upset because he's not going to have the time that he usually would have for the pregame preparation. So you kind of roll with the punches a little bit and get moving. You know, those things happen early in the season, and first time they've come here as a Division I team. And that's an important thing to know. They did better last year, Glenn, as a Division I team than they did with Division II the year before that. So things are looking up pretty good for Bishop Girton. Prospects are fairly well, and same thing for the Blue Hawks.
Of course, something that usually is an adventure in high school football, but hasn't for the past few years here at Exeter. The kicking game with Brian Stanley. He's now graduated and moved on, and so it will be interesting to see about the kicking game.
Well, it's something that's important. It's usually overlooked when people start assessing teams, and it becomes an important part of the game, particularly when the season moves on. The offenses and the defenses start to get into the groove and start making things happen. And when you get down to that 15, 20-yard line and you just can't, make it into the touchdown, the kicking game becomes very, very important. And, of course, you have your punts as well.
They have just a few returning players that actually saw some varsity action last season. It's D-Rosh and a few linemen, and then it's a lot of new faces for the Exeter Blue Hawks, and it remains to be seen how this team does this season.
Well, it's nothing new for the Blue Hawks. They seem to go through this, it seems like every year, but it's not quite every year. We know that. And it's the same as for most high school teams. Very heavy emphasis on senior class members. Yes, some juniors play fairly regularly, sophomores even less, and then every year you have that.
It's just about the same as far as making the playoffs.
Yeah, I think we have a little bit better understanding of the point system. We were kind of confused a little bit last year. I think everybody was. You get 10 points if you win a game. That's pretty straightforward. But what becomes complicated is the 2 points. If you beat a team and then they turn around and beat somebody else later on down the season, you get an extra 2 points every time they do that. And that becomes pretty significant. If you're the number 1, number 2 team, that means you've beat pretty much everybody, and that means the points start racking up, particularly towards the end of the season. And that's where you got to beat the top 2, 3 teams, because boy, those points start to add up. So it's important. I don't know if Blue Hawks once again having problem with their passing game, keeping it on a kind of a level ground, and passes seem to be either thrown too long or the patterns are going in the wrong direction or whatever. First game jitters, first game execution. There's lots of reasons for it at this point in the season, but I'm not sure that the last year that the Blue Hawks actually really ever solved their passing problems. Coverage there, and just doing enough there to make sure that the ball is not caught. That's all really you expect out of the defender. Once in a while, you'd like an interception or something to kind of put the frosting on the cake, but the prime thing is to make sure the ball's not caught. Well, Deenan taking that ball, as you mentioned, Glenn, just a slight bobble there in the reception of the punt, and then he sized up what was the Blue Hawks were throwing against him, cut off to the left side, and big hole on the sideline there, running down the sideline, and then they had to cut to the inside there as D-Rosh was the only thing between him and the field and the touchdown land, and getting a little bit of blocking to help him out. And the Cardinals are on the scoreboard again, down 14-0. First game jitters, and boy, you get behind 14-0 in the first game, and the old morale starts to just seep right out onto the sidelines and going away. And when you get a big play like that, it kind of opens things up, builds your confidence back up, and puts you back into the game, we hope.
First at 10 from the Bishop Girton 25-yard line. And it goes to the right side, and getting some good running. That's Seth Donaldson, number 41. He's got close to another first down.
Yeah, that's Blue Hawks putting together 2 great running plays in a row. That just does it more. Build up that confidence. Get yourself back into the game, and it gets that adrenaline flowing again and gets you psyched up. It does all, it doesn't matter what cliche or metaphor you use. That's exactly what it does. Get you back into the ball game, and at this point in time, it's just exactly what the Blue Hawks need.
And he has Exeter on the board.
It'll be interesting to see what Exeter decides to do for the point after. Will they go for the 1 point or the 2-point conversion?
Well, we didn't have a chance to talk with head coach Dick Eustace or co-coach Bill Ball, but Brendan Levesque is going to be doing the kicking, and from what I'm told, that he kicks as well as Brian Stanley did when he was a sophomore. Brendan Levesque is a sophomore. And he kicks it up and through for the extra point, so that looks good. Timeout on the field. Not that much heavier. But Exeter is hoping for quickness. Here's a pass for Brendan Levesque, and just too far.
On the coverage is Brendan Lockyer. And again, the ball just slightly overthrown, just slightly out of the hands of Levesque, who had a good pattern, and the ball was on the money except for just a little too long.
Lockyer in the backfield along with Laramie. Lamka rolling out, looking, firing downfield. It's complete to McDonald. He's wide open, and fumble on the field, and Exeter's going to recover.
Ooh.
Exeter recovers at the 2-yard line. Well, McDonald was all alone, and he had two Blue Hawks, and they had a head-on collision, and the ball popped out, and Exeter recovered.
Well, DeRoche and Levesque over there, I believe, and McDonald got hammered by the Blue Hawks. That ball popped out. The Blue Hawks recover, but where are they? He's putting that ball on about the 2-yard line, and the Blue Hawks are going to... You know,
Brendan Levesque is coming into the ball game.
DeRoche just putting his helmet forward and trying to bull his way through, gaining a little bit, but not quite enough.
We're looking at, let's see, Jeff Richard is going to hold. They're going to be putting it down on the dirt of the infield. Going to be from the 19-yard line, plus 10 of the end zone, 29-yard line for Brendan Levesque. The kick is up. It's sideways, but it goes through, and it's good. Timeout on the field. 7 minutes, 18 seconds to go in the third quarter. The score now, the Bishop Girton 13-16. Bishop Girton with the lead. 13 seconds left. Second down and 10 for Exeter from the Bishop Girton 20.
Look for the end zone or the sideline patterns.
Yep, Exeter has no timeouts. Richard going out to the right. Betts Levine out there. DeRoche is also split to the right side. Olsen calling signals. Coming in motion is Rugg. Olsen back to pass, firing for the end zone for Betts Levine, and almost intercepted. Too far ahead of Mike Reynolds, number 87.
Yep, Reynolds, very good defense back there. Almost had that ball and would have been the end of the ball game for the Hawks if he had come up with it.
8 seconds left. Third down and 10 for the Blue Hawks. Brendan Lockyer scored at 2:59 of the first quarter from 3 yards out. On a 35-yard drive, the PAT was good, 7-0. A punt return to 61 yards by Brian Deneen.
They'll try the field goal.
They're going to try the field goal. They got to mark it at the 25, 36-yard field goal. The kick is up, and it is. Is it good? Yes, it's good. The kick is good by Brendan Levesque. There's still 4 seconds left, and look at the crowd on Brendan Levesque, the sophomore. It was long enough, but it wasn't. It looked from here like it may have gone wide to the left. Oh, a 36-yard field goal by young Brendan Levesque. And we were talking about the kicking game being maybe an adventure again here at Exeter.
Well, this is just, what else can you say but amazing.
Woo! Down, and that's the football game. The Blue Hawks in another dramatic football game, 2 in a row here at Eustace Field. And on a 36-yard field goal by sophomore Brendan Levesque, they pull this one out of the fire. The final score 19-17. Oh, what a football game.
Amazing. That's all I can say.
So we brought it up to 17-16 on the summary of the scoring, and then Brendan Levesque, with just a few seconds left on the clock, hit one from 36 yards out. It looked like it may have gone wide, but the officials saw it better than we did from here. It was good. With 4 seconds left, they try the onside kick. Bishop Girton tries a wild... Just to feed it. The Bishop Girton Cardinals 19-7. They pulled it out of the fire, and at the outset of this broadcast we were talking about whether the kicking game was good.